From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Help from Arizona and more than a dozen other states has arrived on the East Coast, and so has Hurricane Florence. We're tracking the latest.
And the new way supporters of the Red for Ed movement are trying to get education funding secured in the general election.
Plus, how one woman is supporting Native American entrepreneurs in the Valley.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Samantha Lomibao.
And I'm John Cardinelli. Thank you for joining us. Hurricane Florence is still heading towards the East Coast and is expected to make landfall in the Carolinas tonight or early tomorrow morning. The storm is already bringing heavy wind and rain to much of the southeast coast. While Florence has been downgraded to a Category 2, forecasters say the storm is still deadly and people should be prepared. More than 10 million people in the North and South Carolina and Virginia are under storm watches or warnings, and many were told to evacuate the area. The storm has also caused more than 1,000 U.S. airline flights to be canceled, and that number could increase.
Governor Doug Ducey and his Democratic challenger David Garcia both sent thoughts and well wishes to all the Arizonans helping out with hurricane relief efforts. A rescue team from the Phoenix Fire Department arrived in Louisiana instead of North Carolina following Florence's change in direction. And according to the American Red Cross, 47 volunteers from across Arizona are traveling east to help with national relief efforts.
As Hurricane Florence heads towards the Carolinas, President Donald Trump denied Hurricane Maria's death toll in a series of tweets this morning. Trump said, quote, 3,000 people did not die in the two hurricanes that hit Puerto Rico. Trump blamed the Democrats, saying they are trying to make him look, quote, as bad as possible. But top Republicans disagreed with Trump's statement.
Casualties don't make a person look bad. That's not. So I have no reason to dispute these numbers. I was in Puerto Rico after the hurricane. It was devastated. This was a horrible storm. I toured the entire island, and it's an isolated island that lost its infrastructure and its power for a long time. You couldn't get to people for a long time on the island because roads were washed out, power was gone, and the casualties mounted for a long time. So I have no reason to dispute those numbers. Those are just the facts of what happens when a horrible hurricane hits an isolated place like an island.
Both chambers of Congress canceled business for Friday so that members and staff could get home in advance of the Hurricane Florence's landfall. More details on the storm's projected path ahead in weather.
The Red for Ed movement's biggest initiative was taken off the ballot last month, but that hasn't stopped supporters from trying to get education funding on voters' minds. Cronkite News reporter Holly Bernstein went to the state capitol as organizers called on candidates to sign a pledge for a permanent funding plan.
And the pledge asks candidates to immediately restore education funding to 2008 levels and provide the following: a 20% salary increase for teachers, competitive pay for all education support professionals, and a permanent teacher salary structure, which would include annual raises. It also asks candidates to promise not to create new tax cuts until per-student funding reaches the national average.
Red for Ed! Red for Ed!
I taught second grade for 23 years in ELL and a gifted classroom. And now I'm an interventionist. The students have a lot of needs.
Cartwright School District Interventionist Specialist Mary Spangenberg says, in her experience, it is hard for a solo teacher to give students the special services they need.
They don't have individual aides. They don't have anybody to help them. There is no after-school programming. A lot of the students don't know how to read.
We're asking them to pledge to fight for restoration of education funding to 2008. We are still missing $800 million.
Ahead of the general election in November, Invest in Ed organizers are now asking candidates to commit to the demands made by teachers and parents.
Our members who are out walking and talking, they will be out there making sure that they know who voted against our best efforts and who is going to make sure that our demands are met.
Mesa teacher and co-chair of the Invested Ed campaign, Josh Buckley, says elected officials can increase revenue in the state in order to execute their plan.
They can either refer something to the ballot, which does not take a 2/3 majority, or if enough of them actually feel that they should invest in their education of students in the state, they can pass an increase in revenue that'll go directly to education.
And if you're a voter, Invest in Ed is asking you to support candidates who signed the pledge.
I'm really invested in education because I care about the kids and I care about our future.
Press and Ed Group is taking the message statewide with a kickoff meeting in Yuma next week. In the Broadcast Center, Holly Bernstein, Cronkite News.
A new report from the Goldwater Institute offers a different solution for increasing teacher salary, cutting administrative expenses. A senior research fellow examined spending practices in several school districts across the state. According to the report, the Scottsdale Unified School District could increase teacher salaries by $3,000 if they made better use of their vacant buildings by selling or leasing them. As of the last State Auditor General's report in 2015, the district was only using 66% of its building's capacity. Pinyon Unified School District on the Navajo Indian community had administrative expenses 58% higher than similar districts. District officials say that they have to pay more to keep quality professionals because of the district's remote location. Getting those costs in line with similar districts could translate into $12,000 raise for Pinyon teachers.
An arrest warrant has been issued for State Representative Paul Mosley. Mosley was charged with excessive speeding back in March and failed to appear in court last week. The lawmaker attracted national headlines in July when a video was released of him bragging to a sheriff deputy about driving more than 120 miles per hour. Mosley told the deputy that legislative immunity prevented him from getting a ticket. Mosley lost his bid for re-election in last month's primary.
A lack of resources is negatively affecting urban Native businesses.
Coming up on Cronkite News, how ASU's American Indian Policy Institute is helping Native American entrepreneurs.
Plus, an unexpected bipartisan agreement in Washington when it comes to some of the most beautiful places in the country and even the city park developments in your neighborhood.
Join Emmy Award-winning CNN anchor Anderson Cooper as he receives the 2018 Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism. Attracting industry leaders from the media, politics, business, and education. The award luncheon is the Cronkite School's signature fundraising event. Tickets for the luncheon ceremony on Wednesday, October 17th at the Sheraton Grand in Phoenix are available for sale at cronkite.asu.edu/luncheon or call 602-496-0482.
I'm Judy Woodruff, anchor and managing editor of the PBS NewsHour. The journalists of tomorrow face a fast-changing media landscape, but quality news remains vitally important to our communities, our country, and our world. At ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, students learn solid, reliable reporting, holding the powerful accountable, and rebuilding the public's trust. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS, preparing the next generation for a stronger future of journalism.
Join us each week on Catalyst, the show that explores new advancements, technologies, and innovations at Arizona State University that are shaping the future for tomorrow and beyond. Catalyst, Wednesdays at 9, right here on Arizona PBS.
As journalists at Cronkite News, we report on stories that matter to you by focusing on the local impact. We dig deeper and work tirelessly to keep you informed.
Live in Wickerburg.
Live in Los Angeles.
In Cleveland.
In Washington.
In Louisville.
From Jerusalem.
Live in Philadelphia. From around the world to right here in Phoenix.
At Cronkite News, we report the facts and stick to the truth.
Senate Republicans rejected efforts today to subpoena documents related to Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee say they need the documents to vet his record. Senate Republicans hope to vote to confirm Kavanaugh by October 1st when the new Supreme Court term begins.
While Republicans and Democrats were sparring over Judge Kavanaugh's nomination, they were reaching an unexpected agreement in a House committee on a plan to reauthorize a fund for acquiring public lands. Monty Stevens reports from our Washington bureau.
Representative Rob Bishop of Utah had some problems with the Land and Water Conservation Fund.
I have always been actually in favor of Land and Water Conservation Fund's purpose and goals. I was opposed to the way it was abused in the past, and I want that reformed.
That abuse, Bishop wrote in a political editorial, is in the way the $900 million fund has been divided. The federal government has increasingly crowded out states it was supposed to share the money with.
First of all, they took the mandatory percentage out, and the amount that went to the states diminished significantly, almost down from 50% to 12%.
Bishop was pushing for reform while Democrats wanted straight renewal of the fund, but time was running out.
Unfortunately, the authorization for the program will expire in a little over 2 weeks. This is a completely avoidable situation.
But with the deadline for reauthorization looming, a surprising thing happened at the House Natural Resources Committee meeting today. The two sides reached agreement.
We've been negotiating this with the chairman. He's been a staunch advocate of these stateside grants, and for good reasons. These grants have a huge impact and support the establishment of city parks, ball fields, recreation center, hiking trails, open space preserves in communities and urban areas throughout the country.
The committee unanimously voted to renew the fund, but with more money set aside to the states.
We had billions of dollars worth of backlog in terms of construction projects that we need to fulfill, and now we're going to start fulfilling them.
40% would be guaranteed to those stateside projects that everyone wanted. The 40% would be then guaranteed for federal land acquisitions and in-holdings.
Chairman Bishop and the senior Democrat Grijalva not only agreed on one, but two bills today.
One of our best bipartisan efforts so far.
In Washington, Imani Stevens, Cronkite News.
That second bill was a bipartisan measure to fund national park maintenance. Here in Arizona, the Land and Conservation Fund helps protect and provide for sites like the Painted Desert, as well as community parks and recreation areas. One group celebrating today's vote is CHISPA, a Latino advocacy group for conservation, which says the fund has provided $228 million to Arizona communities over the last 50 years.
After seeing a lack of resources for urban Native business owners, one woman from ASU's American Policy Institute wanted to make a difference. Sammy Jeebers reports on how Indigenous entrepreneurs were able to add more tools to their belt.
It's music to the ears. Well, maybe not our ears.
Pour it in there, and it creates a casting.
For Raquel Kemp, craftsmanship is just as important as blending in her culture.
It's all in my jewelry. Every single piece, it's, my heritage.
She runs an online business where she makes Indigenous woman-made jewelry and prints.
Everything that I would need to create is in this room.
She felt like something was missing for Natives and their small businesses.
Something to help us along the way, just to start us off. Really wasn't anything that I had found except for, the Inno nations.
I realized that there's nothing out there for tribal businesses.
Moore saw a lack of resources specifically for urban Native entrepreneurs. She started an initiative dedicated to supporting business owners.
We just wanted to serve the urban Native community and give them a place to call home.
8 businesses from surrounding states and multiple tribes came to ASU for intensive training in finance, marketing, and other areas.
Thank God I'm not the only person that feels this way. And that just made me more confident as a business owner, because I was like, okay, this is perfectly normal to feel like you have zero confidence and you're not doing a good job.
Mendez runs an event management company in Indian country, and just being able to relate to other tribal business owners just made all the difference.
That was probably another big thing that came out of Inno Nations, with a network and just being able to talk to people.
They allow different resources available to all Natives. Let's see what we can do with them today. I mean, that's what I have, is my culture, and I've kind of built my career, my business kind of around that, just because it means so much to me, and I wanted to kind of convey that through my jewelry.
And Kemp will be doing just that, with now even more tools on her work table. In Phoenix, Sammy Jeebers, Cronkite News.
Right now, Morris is looking to start the next stage of the initiative with possibly more business owners in another round of entrepreneurs.
With the temperatures in the valley slowly starting to cool off, many people are headed outside to enjoy the weather.
Coming up on Cronkite News, find out why you're losing your elbow room on Arizona hiking trails.
I've got the latest on Hurricane Florence pushing into the coastal Carolinas, coming up on Cronkite Weather.
I'm Ted Simons, host and managing editor of Arizona Horizon. The 2018 election season has arrived. Join us for primary and general election debates. Right here, meet the candidates and hear their positions. Arizona Horizon, your source for what matters most this election season. Only on Arizona PBS.
Millions of people die every year from drinking dirty water. I would never have felt I had the ability to do something without ASU pushing me. We built filtration systems out of local materials with the people. To see those kids drink clean water for the first time, it's the most rewarding feeling that you can ever have. I went to ASU because I wanted to change the world. The thing I never would have expected is how the world would have changed me.
If you're looking for one show that tells you what happened that day in the world of business, it's NPR.
We saw a classic shipwreck.
Nordstrom's opening stores.
Triple-digit gains.
Crude climbs.
We're there to help our audience find new investment ideas.
The market still has room to go up.
Nightly Business Report is the longest-running business television program in history.
Weeknights at 10:30 on Arizona PBS.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
Exploring, it's the lifeblood of the mission.
Human beings are a curious bunch.
What are we going to see when we get really close?
Wow.
Just because an idea is crazy, it's not necessarily wrong.
We were on our way.
You don't get anywhere until you've tested the limits.
That carries an intensity you can't imagine.
You could hear people just, whoa.
Oh my God, absolutely spectacular.
It's a rush.
We ask a lot of our heroes.
We are at a remarkable moment.
Where the exploration ever has.
The mountains surrounding the Phoenix metro area offer individuals the chance to escape concrete, but that doesn't necessarily mean other people. Despite over 200 plus miles of public trails for outdoorsmen to enjoy, population increase in the area is leading to crowded mountains and issues for users. Jake Trybulski reports.
As people continue to flock to Arizona's most crowded city, traffic is appearing in places without paved roads.
We like to say that our trails are loved to death, and that really is true.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the Phoenix metropolitan area has grown about 13% since 2010. More people in the area means more people looking to enjoy the Phoenix outdoors. City trail counters tallied over 3,400,000 users in 2017. That's according to the City of Phoenix Parks and Recreation Department. Phoenix trails take such a beating, it makes it hard for city employees to keep up with.
There's a lot of volunteer hours that we get every year, and we couldn't operate without that.
In order to fight the decay of trails, groups such as the Gravity Riders Organization of Arizona promote trail advocacy. They frequently hold trail maintenance days to protect the land. As population increases, maintaining existing trails is one issue. Keeping people on them is another.
Sometimes we'll do an entire trail day that's all we're doing is just cutting off shortcuts or repairing damage from people cutting around things.
Wandering off the beaten path raises huge safety concerns. With unmarked trails, when a user becomes lost or injured, it becomes extremely difficult for rescue teams to find them. And the scary part is, a lot of people don't realize they're in an unsanctioned trail at all.
One person going off trail leaves a path for others to follow. Once other people start following, that increases the trail, makes it more appealing to others to use, whether they know they're doing it or not.
The ecosystem is sensitive, and Gronseth says with users wandering off sanctioned trails, it could damage the landscape and pose threats to wildlife. In Phoenix, Jake Trybulski, Cronkite News.
The Arizona Game and Fish Department issued a warning today discouraging eating fish from a lake in Apache County. A recent test of walleye fish tissue from Lehman Lake showed signs of high mercury levels, according to officials. Other activities at the lake, including fishing, bird watching, and swimming, are unaffected.
It was the space race that first put Arizona on the map for helium production. The gas was used to cool the Apollo 11 engines for the missions to the moon. Today, tech companies like Google and Netflix use helium as a coolant for server banks. Now a Canadian energy company has acquired another 3,000 acres of federal land in northeastern Arizona to mine for new helium deposits. The land is to the north and southwest of the Petrified Forest National Park. The Bureau of Land Management auctioned off the nearby areas last week. The company now leases 40,000 acres in the area. Helium is only created during radioactive decay in rocks over millions of years, so it is non-renewable. That's why energy developers say they believe Arizona is the Saudi Arabia of helium. We will have a full multimedia report on the helium mining operation and some environmental concerns online. Check it out tomorrow at cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
The Carolinas are preparing for Hurricane Florence. The storm was downgraded to a Category 2, but is still expected to cause major damage.
Let's check in with Jade Yabon to see what we should expect there and here in the valley. Jade?
Here in the Southwest, we're keeping a close eye on Hurricane Florence, which is moving into the coastal Carolinas. It's around 105 miles per hour right now, and it's about 100 miles out from Wilmington, North Carolina. Now, just because it's downgraded from a Category 3 hurricane down to Category 2 doesn't mean that it's any less dangerous. We can expect some power surges, storm surges with the storm, and then also, oh my God. I'm sorry. We can also expect some storm surges as well as some coastal flooding and some intense rainfall heading into the weekend. Now, we have very different conditions here in Phoenix. We're sitting at around 105 degrees with a dew point of 36 degrees, meaning that Phoenix is a very dry and hot day here in the valley. Now, we can expect some 85 degrees tomorrow with 102 around noon, hitting our high of 107 at 4 p.m. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We can see that we're sitting within the triple digits here in the valley until around Thursday. We'll be around 98 degrees. Here in the Weather Center, I'm Jade Nicole Yvonne.
Women are making an impact in the world of gaming.
Coming up on Cronkite News, find out how WNBA superstars are making history.
I'm Matt Berry, ESPN Sports Center anchor and graduate of ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. With its bachelor's and master's degrees in sports journalism, the Cronkite School is preparing the next generation of sports journalists to tell stories that matter, stories that excite, inspire, and inform. Cronkite immerses students in covering sports at all levels in one of the country's top sports markets. It's this hands-on experience under the guidance of award-winning sports media veterans that shape the top journalists of tomorrow.
The Seattle Storm is standing tall as the WNBA champions after a 3-game sweep of the Washington Mystics. But now, some Phoenix Mercury players are also being featured on the virtual hardwood. Justin Parham reports on how the gaming industry is helping build the brand.
For the second time in history, WNBA superstars like Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner will be featured in NBA Live, a basketball video game.
Young girls playing a lot of video games too, so it'd be nice if, I could pick Stewie. Would have been nice when I was younger to be Cheryl Swoops. I think it's kind of cool.
According to Forbes, the WNBA saw a 36% increase in viewership from last season. With growth on the rise for the WNBA, for the first time ever, NBA Live is allowing gamers to create female players.
To have that for a women's player gives a lot of young girls and even young boys, an opportunity to kind of see the other side of things and see how the WNBA is and have something to aspire to.
Representation, especially for younger kids,
is really big. Just to be able to see yourself in those positions and see yourself in those roles and like look at it like, oh, I can do this. I think it's extremely important, especially awesome to have it in video games to be able to play yourself. I think that's a huge step for us.
Even though the addition of WNBA players in video games may be good for the league, many of the players aren't concerned about playing them. They're just focused on playing basketball.
I was never a gamer, but again, I can see the importance of just having that embedded in our culture, starting at a young age. It means something, I think, when those narratives are such where people can see women being successful. It definitely means something.
Now that WNBA players are in video games, fans can make Brittany Griner's comments about beating DeMarcus Cousins one-on-one a reality. In Phoenix, Justin Parham, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon in PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, a clean elections debate between candidates for Superintendent of Public Instruction. Democrat Kathy Hoffman faces off against Republican Frank Riggs. It's on the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm economics correspondent Paul Solomon on Wall Street with historian Adam Tooze, author of Crash.
How a decade of financial crises changed the world.
On the next PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
I'm Ted Simons, host and managing editor of Arizona Horizon. The 2018 election season has arrived. Join us for primary and general election debates. Right here, meet the candidates and hear their positions. Arizona Horizon, your source for what matters most this election season. Only on Arizona PBS. Coming up next, it's the Democratic and Republican candidates for Superintendent of Public Instruction.
Coming soon to Arizona PBS.
Whitfield Nursery, proud to support Arizona PBS, a Valley tradition since 1946. Over 200 acres of Arizona-grown trees, citrus, and palms. Complete custom design and installation. And Whitfield Nursery still does the digging. WhitfieldNursery.com.
Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
I love PBS. It's the nerd in me. I love Nova. I love Masterpiece. I love reruns of Downton Abbey. PBS is smart, very intelligent. I learn things. And they're speaking to millions of people and making them feel connected. That's astonishing. What's not to like?
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Next time on The Coroner, the unpopular mayor is found murdered, and there's a long list of suspects.
Hundreds.
But when Davy gets a confession, Jane thinks there's more going on, and will have to risk her life to prove it. The Coroner.
Tonight at 9 on Arizona PBS. Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from...
At Arizona Oncology, we know each cancer is unique, and so is every patient we treat. Our team is dedicated to providing advanced care, innovative technology, and personalized treatment options to patients right here in our community.
Arizona Highways Magazine is for people who strive to enjoy and are inspired by Arizona's unique outdoor experience, rich history, and diverse culture. Subscription information at arizonahighways.com/PBS.
Like you, we get up and go to work every day. We're on the job, keeping you connected at home, at work, and to what matters most, Others count on you, so you can count on us. We're here restoring power quickly when storms hit, even fixing issues before they happen. We're making solar more reliable, investing in battery storage, and constantly updating the grid. We're here working 24/7, keeping Arizona on.